Today we are going to be talking about customizing the messaging that goes out from your Clients for Life eBlasts. Specifically because obviously there's not a lot of giveaways and things happening in our current environment. This way you guys can be best prepped to make sure you're continuing to stay top of mind with your clients, as well as keeping them informed and remaining that figure to them as a knowledge base for both community resources and community information. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive in. As always, please remember to mute your microphones. And if you have any questions, you can either type them into the chat. I will review those at the end of the session. Or you can unmute your mic and ask me at the end of the session when I open up the floor for questions. Today should only take about 15 to 20 minutes to go through, and then we can open up for questions from there. I'm going to start by showing you guys an example of the email I created to send out from my Clients for Life blast. And I've got it opened up right here so you can kind of see the big difference between what is built to go out standard and where there's room to really expound upon these to make them something that's your own and add real value to not only the email itself for your brand, but to your clients to make it something that they revisit and utilize over and over again until the next one comes. Obviously, as I noted, there's not any giveaways happening. So you want to stress that to your clients and remind them that this is a resource that they can check into, that you will send monthly. The next couple of months are all going to be like tips and tricks and activities, things for people to do while sheltering in place. And I would continue to build your own personal list. That way you can build upon that and make these emails bigger and better every month. Think of the same kind of logic that goes behind giving one of those knives as a closing gift. It's something that's in the center of the house that's being used every night when they cook, and it's got your name and phone number on it. Well, now when it's what are we going to do? Where are we going to eat? Much like any of you guys that have attended my other classes, we talk about our marketing being cyclical and connected, all pointing back to your website, which should have a hub and main resource for everything that's I apologize. I believe there's the mailman at the door. Give me one quick second, guys. Super sorry. And we're back. All right. So as I was saying, you want to make sure everything's cyclical and connected. There's a should be a resource or a running list that you are continuing to build on your website to make sure that your website is a space that's getting visited frequently. And then think about how tools like this are continuing to drive engagement from the source that it is, whether it be an email, a social media post, a drip campaign, back to that website where everyone continue to be informed and up to date on what's going on. As you can see, we built links into mine. The main email that went out has this big guide that covers your specific region. So mine is for the Silicon Valley. And then I've gone ahead and added some local things that I wanted to build, as well as a video. Now, video is one of the biggest ways to really increase engagement. People love to be to hear things versus having to read them, and it allows for a user experience that feels really complete and fun. Plus, it helps you build content for your YouTube page along with the videos you're getting out of Listing Concierge or whatever else you are incorporating into that to continue, again, to provide consistency among your channels to share. I'm going to go ahead. I need to reshare my screen here so I can get the audio in to give you guys an idea of what kind of this stuff should include. For example, why did I put the video in here, right? Along with being easier, we've got statistical breakdowns from at least agents in my region that I've worked on this with who have gone from a number as low as 20% open rates and 15 to 17% engagement with the emails. Now with adding simple things like putting a video in and just doing a couple of things to the email to make it a little bit more catered to the consumers that are reading them, they go from things like that 20% open rate up to a 40 to 50% open rate and a low 40s engagement rate. And that again helps build the brand. All of this stuff is built to be fun, entertaining, and at this point in time to continue to drive home the fact that you guys are a resource for your clients. And we want you to really best leverage that. So here I threw a little video together and I put it on my YouTube page, and then I'll show you how you can link that stuff into this. So
hey everybody, this is Anuj. I wanted to reach out and just kind of pop in, see how everybody's doing. I know I've sent out an email or two since this kind of shelter in place has started. I know it's kind of felt like we've been at this for ages now, and just wanted to remind everybody I'm available if you need me, if you have any questions. I know that you're used to getting usually an email about a giveaway, or especially this time of year, an activity guide full of stuff happening all across the Bay Area counties. But obviously there's been a lot of changes, and with that I'm sending out this resource guide. There's a link below with some stuff to the greater Silicon Valley, as well as a bunch of local resources to help our businesses that are struggling right now. We want to make sure we do our best to support them and the community around us. Again, if you guys need me, reach out to me, and have a great day. Take care, everybody. Stay healthy.
And it's that simple, guys. Like, it's a quick message. I clearly shot that on my phone, put it on my channel. Most important thing, right? Have stuff like that outlined. Doesn't necessarily need to be a script. You're speaking to your clients. You guys are people. You guys are salespeople. You guys talk to people all the time. This shouldn't be anything too crazy. And again, find things that you link to that can be about your community. I live in Monterey County. I work in Santa Cruz in Monterey County. So I've got Ride the Wave in there, and then I highlighted a few restaurants that are still doing takeout, and reminding everybody that they can find a full list of places on my website. And that adds a ton more value to these emails than just what went out, which is great, right? They are great set it and forget it campaigns, but if you really want to get leverage out of them, this is how you're going to do it. So obviously we go into Prospect Square, and from there, we'll hit our dashboard. Quick overview, your dashboard's gonna have a quick snapshot of analytics. You can switch for, what specific types of reports you're looking for, or if we're looking at clients for life. You also have your profile up here, things like my social media accounts that are linked down here. Those all happen in the profile section. So to be able to make sure all that stuff's up to date, it's always good to, especially if you haven't been here in a while, to refresh, make sure everything reads the way it wants. You've got the right photo in there. You've got the right links associated. Save and close when you're done. Now, once you're familiar with the system and everything's set, we're going into this Clients for Life tab, which is under our home icon, which you can get by hitting those little buttons. We're going to go into Clients for Life, and you're going to see your current and upcoming campaigns. Like always, you've got, obviously, there's going to be a lot of changes for the stuff happening pretty much through July. Where the studio team is working to update that stuff as soon as they can. April went out on the 14th. And that's okay. You could always resend the campaign when you're ready to have it updated, or we're going to go over how to edit them so you can get the next one set. Now, in the grand scheme of things, usually the new campaign will pop up here at the beginning of the month. When you click on these buttons, with the first week of the month, you should see Edit Campaign or Opt In or Opt Out. As soon as you are in the campaign, you should be able to edit it. Because of my account, normally you would click on it and be able to see a preview of the email that is going out, which in this case, if I click on it, I would see this, and this is my edited one, which is here. If you're looking at one that's already gone out, you can hit Resend Campaign, and that will bring you to that window I was just at. Even when you are editing these emails in the system, they will be edited in the same field. You have the subject, which I changed to fit my clientele and my audience. Again, it's up to you how you want to make that decision. Do not add an additional introductory message. Everything that you want to build it into this email. And now once I've hit, I don't know if you guys saw me, I hit edit. And that's going to bring me right into this where I've already made my changes, but I'll go through how that happened. First being the video, right? That video is not here anymore. Let's go ahead and delete it. Well, it's gonna act out if I delete it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a new video back into the frame. So let's say, let me see if it lets me. There we go. So let's say I want to put a video right into this frame. And I would choose my cursor to go right above this text where I have it, and I'm gonna hit this little embed YouTube video. Now there's two things you can do. In my case, I am going to go to my YouTube channel, and instead of embedding the email, I'm just going to copy the share code and drop it right in. So I'm going to go to my channel. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Clients for Life message, and I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to come right back into Prospect Square, and I'm going to hit my embed YouTube video button, which is that one right at the end here next to, you know, symbols and emojis and things like that. And instead of the embed code, I'm just going to go ahead and paste my video right there. Now, big things, I am going to make the video responsive so it fits within the frame of wherever the person's opening it. If it's opening in an email, it'll shrink it down. Sorry, on a phone, it'll shrink it down for that screen. If it's opening on a desktop, it'll make it big. We're going to go kill the show suggested videos at the end. We're also going to kill show player controls. That way all anybody can do is play the video and then see other videos on your channel. I'm going to hit OK, and bam, there's my video, easy peasy. Editing text, just as easy as editing text everywhere else. You would type, delete, just like any of our other systems. Everything up here is your editor. You've got bold, strike through, italics. You've got various formats. You've got styles, as well as a handful of fonts, sizes, and background colors and text colors to play with. You can also maximize the screen space if you want that to take up the whole venue there. And if you wanted, you can also indent. You could change the alignment to left to right if you wanted to build certain things out to run next to each other or to look a specific way. All of that can be done easily. And then things like adding links are just as simple as once you've got all the text completely in, and you finished your editing and you're ready to put in your links. So I've typed in all of my message, and let's say the first thing I need to add is Ride Out the Wave. So I'm going to go to the website, rideoutthewave.org. I'm going to copy that little link, and then we're going back to our email, and then I'm just going to take, let's remove this hyperlink here. So, you know, we've typed in all our text. There's no hyperlink. So I'm going to take whatever I want to be the hyperlink. So I'm going to do click here, or I could have click here to ride the wave. I could do the whole thing if I want. And then I'm going to click on these chains that are coming together, the link, or Control L. That'll bring you right here. Lets you know what the display text is going to be. You drop in your link. All of that will update. You don't have to focus on any of the other tabs. All you have to do is hit OK, and bam, that's a link. You can double click it to edit it once it's active, and you can click the little unlink next to the link button to change that. Let's say I want to change it back to just a click here. So I'm going to go do that. Click, paste, OK. Do the same thing with the restaurants that I wanted to link. The company paid one's already set. The footer is already set. And if you wanted to, you know, add images, You can click here to add an image. It works the same way like YouTube. So let's go here and we can go upload. So I've chosen to put it right underneath all of this. And I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to choose a file that is saved in my system. And I'm going to hit OK. Oh, actually, I lied. This has to be, for those of you that were in my InTouch class, the uploader, let me see if send to server is going to work. No. Okay, the uploader isn't live yet, so you would actually need to grab images from InTouch in that library. If you guys took my class on InTouch, we talked about uploading images into the system. Oh no, the uploader does work. Awesome, it did. It just made it ridiculously big. Okay, forget what I was saying. You could still grab images from that system and do them that way, but obviously this is really big. So I'm going to shrink this down to a 5. Let's go 3 by 2. Okay, that's too small. So we're gonna click on my image again. And let's make it 10 by 7. And as you can see right there, there's obviously a little trial and error that happens with this kind of stuff, but I digress. What I was saying is you can either paste that URL from an image you copy out of your InTouch library right here, or you can upload them. It's just taking a little bit longer because I'm also streaming a video, and obviously everybody's internet has been on a little bit of a crunch lately. As you can see, right, it wasn't changing. If that unlock ratio happens, it won't change the aspect ratio to match the image, meaning you will have to constrain those properties yourself. So like I could change this and it wouldn't look right, but if I do that, any changes I make here will automatically happen to adjust the height and width properly. And that's really editing these images, editing these sections. You can do a lot in here to customize it, as well as look at the source code if you wanted to be that technical about it and build the email that way. There's tons of possibilities. It all depends on how much investment you guys want to put in this system. Once you're done, you hit OK. Everything will save in here. If you primary sphere is already always checked. If you want to add additional groups or add additional recipients, you can do that here. Hit send. Otherwise, if it's being done ahead of time, you would just hit save and it will go out on the projected date. And that is it in regards to editing these campaigns. Like I said, it all comes down to how much mileage you want to put into this system to really leverage what's going on. Like, for example, the next month is going to be an Amazon card giveaway. I would reach out to some of your local restaurants or stores or things like that and get a couple of gift cards and send that as a part of the package to your clients. You can do it a ton of different ways. You could say one lucky winner is going to win a Amazon gift card along with gift cards to blah, 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 blah. Or one winner will win a gift card here, gift card here, gift card here, and a grand prize winner will win an Amazon gift card. So you can leverage what Coldwell Banker is already doing, add something of your own to provide additional value to your clientele, and then continue to reap the benefits of that network growing bigger and bigger as everybody goes, hey, look at the way Tony does this, or look at the way Anuj does this, or look at the way that, there's now variety and there's something for your clients to grab too. And this is just one small aspect of your larger marketing plan. Are there any questions? Let's open up the floor for questions. Anybody have anything they would like to note or say or ask? As always, I do send out those recaps. It is greatly appreciated if everyone can take a couple of minutes to fill out a survey on how they feel I am doing in my teaching role here with a few of these classes. I've got 2 more happening this week. We've got a ton happening next week. I'll be talking about things like interpreting data sources and fundamentals of crafting a YouTube page in some of my classes next week. The big thing that I always stress at the end of every one of these is you guys are great agents. We've got an entire environment built to support you, and leverage this time to really put the microscope to who you're contacting and how, and what we can do to utilize programs like this and make small customizations to them for your specific audience to really help connect with them and balloon the network that you market to. If there are no questions, I'm going to let you guys go. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for signing in, and I hope you see me in one of the other classes later. Take care.